Yeah, people, we're here in Kentucky. Getting everybody's favorite giant reel, right? It's not giant, it weighs like 14,000 pounds, but still, you get the point. Oh, yeah. Alright, so this is one. We're gonna do a series of, I want to say 3 chains. Yep, 3 chains. That's overkill, but you know, better safe than sorry. I know some guys would probably even do a strap on this thing. A strap space on, not strap on. For you weirdos out there. How's that? Hand hurts. All right, so here's another one. Man, the loader guy was so nice. I love pleasant people, man. I really do. Like, oh. It costs nothing to be a good person. Costs absolutely nothing. Yeah. And I just jammed my thumb. Same thumb that I jammed a couple weeks ago, I jammed it again. Okay, let's do what we gotta do on the ground. Alright guys, yeah. Gonna do what we gotta do on the ground, which is use these or binders, ratchet binders, 1 per chain. What's this guy saying? He's talking a lot, but I don't know what he's saying. I'll tell you what. How about we use our good old handy bracket there. Yeah. We have one on the front. You know what, man? You know what? Actually, let's get these out of the wheel. Wow. Harder than it looks. hey, you know, I'm gonna have a very serious monologue right now, and I have a very hard time understanding people, and I'll explain what I mean in a sec. Walk with me. Check this guy out. Check this out. Yeah, I have a very hard time understanding people because, all right, so I'll give you an example. Oh, bear with me, guys. Obviously, I'm working, and I don't want to seem like a crazy person talking to myself. Maybe I am a crazy person. But so I'll give you an example, a quick example. If you get hired somewhere, right, a new job, and you meet someone the first day and they're like, hey, what's your name? Oh, my name's Steven. Oh, I'm Ashley. Nice to meet you. All right, Ashley. And whether to break the ice or whatever, they give you, they give you some advice, and they're like, hey, just so you know, X person who sits in that cubicle over there, they don't like people who used to drive trucks. Okay. Now, you have two people in the world, generally speaking. You have people who would hear that information and take it in and already has already have a, what am I doing here, guys? I'm here talking to you. I'm not doing much shit talking. You have people who would take that information in, develop a preconceived notion of who Ashley is, or X person, sorry, and hate that person from the jump and be like, wow, well, I heard that person doesn't like people who used to drive trucks, so I don't like that person. Having never met this person yet, they haven't introduced themselves, right? The only thing I know, or the type of person knows, is that they do not like that person. End of story. Because they hurt. Right? Alright, let's leave that there for now. Then you have the other type of person who will hear that information, know and understand that it is slanderous, and be like, you know what? I value your contribution. I'm not gonna poo-poo it, but you know what? Let me meet X person first. Let them know that I used to drive trucks. Maybe even ascertain an idea as to why they don't like people who used to drive trucks, if they even do. And then I will make my own determination on the topic. Right? I'll make my own determination. And I feel like most people in the world are the first type of person. They hear, or they're told, that a certain kind of person or a certain race of people don't like them, and they launch themselves into the world and behave with that assumption that this person, that all people, every single person who looks like the type of person they were told don't like them, actually does not like them. And I'll be very honest with you, it is the most cognitively dense thing I think I've ever seen in my life. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm generally talking about the ideal or the idea of racism, for example, or any ism for that matter. How can you validly make an assumption, not only make the assumption, but carry yourself into the world and operate in the world with an assumption that every single person of a certain creed or nationality or race, in this case race, has a certain thought process against you as an individual? Bro. And look, if I wasn't a well-traveled person, and I'm not even well-traveled, but had I not came to America, I don't know who I would have been, right? If I didn't actually get to know people who look like people who I was told don't like me, then I would have been perhaps the type of person that I am talking about, if you're following my drift, right? But yeah, to me it's wild, it's crazy. It's a mindset that even makes people depart from logic completely, depart from reason, depart from wanting to be enlightened, and to me that's just crazy. That's just oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, to me it's just crazy. It's wild. It is wild. How can you make a determinant decision and condemn an entire race of people? And then I guess what the argument against what I'm saying is going to be, well, they hate you and they already made that decision to not like anybody that looks like you. And I'm just like, bro, so I should just perpetuate, ignorance should beget in ignorance then, and I should just perpetuate nonsense.